There is a secret language to cycling, but there's no rule book. No one sits you down and tells you,
Okay, here's how to not be a dangerous Donnie on the ride.
You either figure it out or you become that cyclist. You know the one. The half-wheeler. The Johnny Turbos. And the Mitchy Moochers, who never bring enough food and just assume you've got their back.
Give me that.
Okay, full transparency, I've broken more than a few of these rules. But I've been on enough group ride headaches to know that these rules exist for a reason. So let's pull back the veil and explain what nobody tells you, but everyone expects you to know about cycling etiquette. Oh, and if you're thinking, bro, I already know all the cycling rules. Hang in there because there's a good chance you do and nobody's ever told you until now. And trust me, rule number 10 is gonna be the difference between being invited on the next adventure ride or being unsubscribed from the group chat. All right, picture this. You show up to the group ride, it's supposed to be chill. But then one person takes off like it's a solo time trial. Maybe it's you. And suddenly, the whole group is in panic mode, chasing down something that never needed to be a race. If you're stronger than the group, congratulations. Still ride with them. Don't go surging off the front and totally ruining the ride dynamics. And if someone else is playing Johnny Turbo, let them go. The group doesn't have to play chase for their little brain decisions. And sure, I get it. Sometimes we feel strong and you just want to rip. But if that's the case, either make sure everybody is on the same page, or maybe a group ride isn't the move that day. This one blows my mind. You're on a ride and you don't know where you're going.
I don't even know where we are right now.
And yet, somehow, you're off the front. Why? Where are you leading us? To pizza? To treasure? Download the route. At the very least, let someone with the route take the lead, because the last thing that anyone wants is a confused group with an extra 30 minutes of track down the Dumbo who thought they knew better than GPS. And if you know someone whose idea of helpful is surging in the pace line, this one's for them. If you're riding in a pace line and it's your turn to pull, when you get to the front, do not surge or accelerate. Just hold your speed. It's like passing a baton in a relay race. Smooth and steady. Who is coming up with this? I've never even done a relay. Ultimately, smooth, steady, predictable. The same goes for moving up in the pack. If you must go to the front, don't immediately sit up and slow down when you get there. That's not a flex. That's just annoying. Nobody pulls into a gas station expecting somebody else to fill their tank. Same goes for group rides. Never expect anybody else to feed you. This is dangerous and puts everybody in harm's way. If you're a person that consistently runs out of food, congratulations. You've officially become a liability. And that's grounds for dismissal. And also bring a multi-tool and things to fix a flat. The only thing worse than fixing a mechanical is when someone expects you to fix a mechanical for them. All right, let's be honest. How many of these have you broken? If it's more than 3, I can relate. But don't worry, there's still plenty more to earn. Let's keep going. This one's important. You're riding in a group, you got a good pace going, you're working up some phlegm or a little action in the nose. By all means, let her rip. But before you send that snot rocket into space, pull away from the group and make sure that mist cloud isn't headed directly for someone behind you.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Not every ride is a race. Not every ride is a social cruise. If you show up to a Hammerfest ride, don't expect deep conversations about the meaning of life. If you show up to a flat pedal pizza dangle ride, don't expect to crush any KOMs. Adapt to the ride you're on, not the ride you think you want it to be. Shipping a bike shouldn't feel like solving a puzzle. But if you've ever tried, you know the struggle is real. Ridiculous shipping fees, confusing packing requirements, and the crippling fear, knowing our bike might not make it in one piece. It's frustrating, it's overwhelming, and while it often is, it doesn't have to be this hard. Enter bike flights. They're actually cyclists. Like, they know what a derailleur is. They're a team of bike shipping experts supporting your shipment from door to door. And they've shipped over 1.5 million bikes. So they're qualified. And their mission to make shipping bikes as easy as riding them. Woo! Thank you for that. Step 1, go to bikeflights.com. Step 2, book your shipment in minutes.
Time.
Step 3, get your bike packed, picked up, and safely delivered without the stress. And if you need a box, they've got you covered. Honestly, it's brilliant. It goes from this to this. It's been a long time since I've been this excited about 3-ply corrugated cardboard. Save up to 40% on shipping with the best protection for your bike. Hit the link down below and let's get your bike to where it needs to go. Woo! Minus the headache. I asked the Instagram community, what's the most important cycling etiquette tip? And this was far and away the most mentioned thing. And it's simple. We've all experienced it. When passing a fellow cyclist, a little wave or a nod, any kind of acknowledgement goes a long way. Now, if you're deep in the pain cave and can't muster a wave, it's fine. No one's taking notes. Actually, some people are taking notes. If someone waves at you and you just stone-faced stare right through them like a soulless robot, come on. It's tough out here. We gotta stick together. This is another good one. If you're riding along and you catch up to another cyclist, do not assume that you can draft their wheel. This is rude. Ask them before you do this. Ask cash of grass. Nobody rides for free. When you're riding on a trail or the road and there's cyclists or pedestrians in front of you, hit them with a little on your left or a bell well before you pass them. It's a courtesy, and you can think of it like each of us is our own little goofy-looking ambassador for cycling as a whole. Also, too, if you're passing another cyclist, don't hit them with a, "You got this." It's not the move. Just a simple gesture. It's plenty. Okay, how you stacking up so far? You hanging in there?
I mean, I don't know.
Good, because I'm saving the best for last. This one could save your life. If you're riding in a group and your front wheel is overlapping somebody's rear wheel, congratulations. You've officially been entered in a high-stakes game of I hope they don't move an inch sideways, taking you and everyone else out. Half-wheeling is how crashes happen. Hold your line, give space, and don't be the reason someone makes out with asphalt today.
This is a big one.
Nobody wants to wake up early, get ready for the ride, get all the way to the meetup to check their phone and see a text message that says, "Hey dude, I'm out. It's kind of cold out. I was tired." If you say you're gonna show up for the ride, show up for the ride. Same goes for timeliness. No one wants to wait an extra half an hour because you couldn't get ready the night before. These are a surefire way to get your name on the coveted do not invite list. Now, if you can admit to yourself that you've made a couple of these mistakes, consider that your entry fee for subscribing to the channel. It's like a dysfunctional family of self-aware weirdos that wear very odd clothing in public. In high-traffic public places. At the end of the day, all these unwritten rules come down to one thing: being a good riding companion. You don't have to be the fastest, strongest, or most skilled rider. You just need to be reliable, prepared, and aware. Honestly, etiquette is just one part of this equation. Gear is a whole other headache, and you don't want to be stuck wasting time and money on the wrong product. To avoid that, you'll have to watch this video. It's like a cheat sheet for navigating the wide world of gear. The wide, wonderful.